Welcome to Tater Time Football, where we talk about everything around football. Here's your host, Tater Tot.
Hey guys, welcome to Tater Time Football. This is week 10. So we have a lot to talk about today. But first thing and foremost, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so moment like we send a video out, it's already like on your phone and you know exactly when we post and everything. And so now let's get into. Sorry guys, let me take that off there real quick. Let's get into the top 25 rankings. So you got number 1, Ohio State. Number 2, Indiana Hoosiers. A&M number 3, Alabama number 4, Georgia number 5, Oregon stayed, of course, at 6. Number 7, Ohio State. Or not, Ole Miss. Sorry, it's a Tuesday, guys. Bear with me. Sorry about that. Number 8, Georgia Tech. Number 9, Vanderbilt. Number 10, BYU. Also a number 10, Miami, because they're tied for the number 10 spot. I think that's a typo. I think
Mine just says 10 and 11. Miami's number 11.
Well, sorry for that little mishap. Miami is number 11. Number 12, Notre Dame. Number 13, Texas Tech. Number 14, Tennessee. And finally, number 15, Virginia.
My turn. Okay, we get number 16, Louisville. 17, Cincinnati. 18, Oklahoma. 19, Missouri. Number 20, Texas. Michigan at 21. Houston at 22. USC at 23. Utah at 24. And Memphis rounds it out to the 25th position.
Okay, this week, before we get into the picks, I have 3 out of the top that aren't in the top 15 teams to really look at. Okay. So I've heard a lot of good things out of Cincinnati and Louisville. Louisville's they're 6-1 right now, and they actually seem like they're on a very good track to be in the playoff. I'm not saying they will, but it's a team to really keep an eye out for. They are the team that beat number 2 Miami, so they could have contentions to be in the top 12 by the end of the season. And Cincinnati, they always got a good program most of the time, and they're starting to find a way to creep in and maybe claim them a seat in it. And last but not least, Michigan is actually surprising me. They're slowly moving back up in the ranks, but I think the only game this season that will help them to actually get into the playoff is when they play Ohio State. If they beat Ohio State like the last time, that would be very interesting. See if they can actually jump and make it all the way up. So Michigan still has a chance. They still got a heartbeat. They still have a belief in themselves. They have Justice Haynes as their running back, and I think that could possibly help them through a playoff too. So that's really all I had to say about that. Now we'll get into the picks. All right, so this is all going to be Saturday games. We do have a top 25 matchup on Friday, but we're not going to cover it because we only do top 15. But I just thought I'd mention that. So Penn State at Ohio State at 11 a.m.
Definitely going to go with Ohio State. Penn State kind of fell off, especially with the coach firing. So
yes, you're absolutely right.
It's going to be kind of an abysmal end to the year for them, I think. Yeah. And well, I mean, who knows? Maybe they shake up Ohio State. Ohio State isn't looking as good as people think they are.
I'm gonna go Ohio State here.
I'm not saying I'm not going with them. I picked them.
No. I kind of agree with you because don't get me wrong, Ohio State's a really good team, but their first few games of the season, every year they don't play anybody. Okay, they really don't have a really hard schedule at first until towards later on in the season. You know what I mean? So they don't really get battle tested. So to be honest, I think that's what makes them look as good as they show. But I do know last year they were really good. Like, hands down, they were actually one of the best teams in college football. So I can't really deny last year. But this year, I don't know, because it's really hard to repeat national championships. It's really hard to do that. And, we all know that. Especially now with the NIL being in play. So now you got Vanderbilt at Texas.
I don't know. It's hard because now you're picking Texas? Or are you going down? You think Pavia's gonna do it?
First of all, I'm gonna be honest here. As of right now, Manning is overrated. Okay, he's
I don't know. Did you see the last game stats though?
But
he did make a comeback.
But
he looked pretty good at the second half.
Who did they play?
I mean, they still made a comeback though.
just making a point here. Who did they play? It's like,
I mean, people can say, "Who do we play?"
And that is true. You do have a point. And we're gonna get later on in that, in the video. But we're not gonna go too crazy about that one, because that was just very interesting. I don't care who you are. That was fantastic. But I really don't know. I'm not saying he's overrated. I know I just said that. It's just he hasn't proved to me that he's not overrated. It's not been consistent enough to show me that he's good. And I'm not taking nothing away from him. But Pavia, I think, is a better quarterback, and I think he's going to get it done in Texas. I think he can handle it.
I think.
But
I'm going to go with Vanderbilt because I think they have a better overall team. I think their defense can hold Texas. And the Archie man we might have started to see, he might have been taken away a little bit because he had that concussion at the very end of the game.
And that might, really hurt them. But now, the only thing that will save Texas' life is if their backup quarterback is better and does really good the rest of the year. So it's a very iffy situation. But as of right now, with the injury of Manning, I would consider Vanderbilt in this. And I think that's just a common sense answer. You know what I mean? Not being mean to him or anything. But now you got number 10, Miami, at SMU. SM who?
Yeah, I think Miami's going to handle that one. SMU showed some life beginning, and then they kind of went down, and they showed some more life, and then they kind of... So,
it's kind of like
I don't
LSU.
think they're the same team from last year at all.
It's kind of like LSU.
They're in a whole nother bucket of water.
We'll talk about that later, too. Now you got Army at Air Force.
It's probably going to be Army. I mean, I'm going to root for Air Force, but it's going to be Army.
I'm going to go Air Force. I'm going to support the men in blue. So, let's go. So now you got Navy at North Texas. I'm going to go Navy here myself, so... Because North Texas...
Yeah, I mean, it's really Navy. I mean, Navy...
Hard team.
Navy's pretty close to probably being ranked, so...
Okay.
They'll probably do it.
All right. Number 2. The team that's been on a roll, and I'm telling you, I'm calling it this year when we get to this. if they match up to Ohio State, they're gonna beat the crap out of Ohio State.
What a
Indiana,
terrible year for like both those
Indiana
teams to not play
at
each other like
Maryland.
they usually do.
Oh, they don't get to play?
They don't
Oh,
play
wait,
this year.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, because my dad was saying the same thing, and I was looking at the
That's
schedules
not
like they
even
don't
right.
play this year.
Unless they play in the title game. That's the only time you'll see them two play, is in the title game. And depending on how bad they can be. Because, yeah. But I'm going to go Indiana here against Maryland. I think, and it's in Maryland, but I really don't care. Indiana has just been a very consistent team. Not only consistent, dominant, and I like they even better than Alabama. If you matched Alabama up against Indiana right now, I'm telling you, Alabama's going down.
I don't know. I think Alabama beats them.
No, I don't know, man. Like I really
Indiana
don't know.
hasn't. I like Indiana, but the strength of schedule from Bama, I don't think Indiana does the same thing that Bama does.
Okay, well,
I think
was just trying
Indiana
to give
comes
them
out with one or
some
two
sort of,
losses.
like help, like love, like you know what I mean.
I'm giving them both love, but like
You're just giving a brutal, honest
Bama
opinion.
will find a way.
Yeah, true. That's just like Georgia and Florida. Georgia always finds a way. That's a really good team right there as well. So who do you?
Oh yeah, I'm picking Indiana, by the way. Dana.
Okay.
Who's your daddy?
Georgia or Florida? This is one of those wild card games.
No, it's gonna be Georgia.
Well, I don't know. It is in Florida. Like, and
No, it's gonna
saw
be
what happened
Georgia.
the last time someone played in Florida. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go the easy route here. It's gonna be Georgia. Hands down. I think Georgia's back, trying to come back and make a name for themselves, even after that loss to Alabama. So I really feel they got it. I think the only team that they may lose to this year, the rest of the year, is Georgia Tech. I'm just making a point.
That's gonna be a good game.
And I know it was a good game last year too. But Notre Dame at Boston College. Notre Dame.
Fighting Irish.
So I will only call Notre Dame Notre Shame if I pick against them.
Okay.
I'm going to be sorry, Notre Shame. But number 13, Texas Tech at Kansas State.
Kansas State.
All right.
I think they're better than what people make them out to be.
I'm going to go Texas Tech. Like, I'm sorry. I got to be kind of real here.
Well, I'm going to write this one down, you know. I think this is like the first one we're really disagreeing upon.
Like, yeah, like you what you been doing? I'm sorry. What you
I've been
thinking?
watching game.
Not so fast, my friend. Not so fast.
Not so fast.
I love Lee Corso. One of the good ones. So,
What?
oh, I thought you were trying to say something.
No, you
Oh,
said
you were
it. I
writing it
picked my
down.
team,
Like, you were
Kansas
writing it
State.
down. Hey,
Yeah, I wrote it down on my phone.
I thought he was trying to tell me something. Everybody, like, you know, whoop, all over my head. So now you got South Carolina at number 7, Ole Miss. Who do you have?
Now, see, I'm gonna pick Ole Miss, and people might think I'm crazy because I'll sit there and say Bama's better than Ole Miss, and they're like, "Well, they almost beat Bama." Yeah, but everybody brings every single like trick play, what like every single protein bar. I don't know whatever, all the haterade they want against Bama. Now they're gonna go. Is it at Ole Miss?
It's at Ole Miss.
Yeah, they're gonna lose. It's gonna be Ole Miss. But Lane Kiffin, he can beat everybody. Lane Kiffin would beat every team in the country except for Bama and Georgia. That's just how it is.
Okay, I am going to make this note, and I've said it to other people about South Carolina. Okay. In the history of the matchup between Alabama and South Carolina, How many times has it been, oh, Alabama just blow the doors off of South Carolina, or South
Only a
Carolina
couple
blew?
times that I can remember
Okay,
in the
well,
Saban era.
I'll say it. No, the concept of the game is like we've also lost to them before.
Yes.
They have a really good defense. They had their quarterback last week finally. Sellers tearing it up. That man was hard to take down anyway.
Tough dude to take down.
But there again, I don't think he's going to get it done in Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss has the upper hand with being at home. That really benefits them here. But if they were playing in South Carolina, I would be like, God help them. Like, please, Ole Miss would be in trouble at that point. Now you got Georgia Tech at NC State.
Georgia Tech.
Okay, Georgia Tech. Myself too. Number 18 Oklahoma at number 14 Tennessee. 6:30 game.
At Tennessee?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you say, at Tennessee?
Mm-hmm. Si, senor.
I'm gonna give this one to the Volunteers. I think they can outperform Oklahoma at home, at least.
It's like I can hear the Rocky Top going already at the end of the game. Oh, Rocky Top. Ugh. I can't believe I even said those horrible words. I'm kidding. I really think Tennessee's gonna get it done here, hands down. And now I thought I'd share a little bit of love to the Auburn Tigers because I wanted to kind of mention them just a little bit because I know there's a lot of Auburn fans that are like, oh, we need to fire our coach. Do not fire your coach.
Not yet. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. But
he's good at recruiting. I think they said he stepped away from the play calling, which is good. I don't think he's very good at play calling, but if y'all can find a better offensive coordinator and maybe quarterback and lineman coach, probably a really solid team. Yes. Top 10, top 15 team.
And I also would like to mention, and it's like I don't know if you had told me this, Cole, or Jolly Green, but you see, his first season he only had a month and a couple weeks to get prepared. Okay, year 2, he was kind of getting his own players in there, but he wasn't fully ready yet. This is his 3rd year. The only thing I've seen from Auburn this year is a lot of improvement. And I think with that improvement, there's a lot of light at the end of the tunnel for it. So I'm going to pick Auburn here as of right now because if it was in Kentucky, I would say otherwise because Kentucky's been kind of known this year at home, give people fits. But it's in Jordan Air, and I'm sorry, Kentucky, you going bye-bye. And is that what do you pick? I just thought I'd mention them, so I was.
Who was this?
Auburn and Kentucky in Auburn.
I'm sorry. I'll pick Auburn.
Okay, so we both agree on that. Now you got number 15 Virginia at California or Cal. I messed up. It was supposed to be at 2:45, but whenever I was making this little thing out, it was, at the end of everything. Kind of going back in time. We're time travelers.
I'm going to pick... let's give it to Virginia. They're more solid. California's too wishy-washy for me to pick.
Well, considering Virginia beat Florida State.
Well, I mean, and
gonna go that way.
California just lost to Virginia Tech, who's 3-5, so, and they barely hang on against North Carolina. But
okay, now that is all over with, do you have anything you would like to mention before I kind of show some stuff to the fans of the show.
Okay, I guess I'll say something for you. Show you little doohickeys and all that. I would say overall, it was kind of a fun weekend to watch. As a Bama fan, it was hard to watch, or even to, I stopped watching, I'm not gonna lie, probably about halfway through the third quarter. I did tell this man we were probably gonna lose. I like to do it, to kind of get my heart attack.
He did not believe.
I don't know. That offense was giving me fits, but
tell him what you
I
did.
think what'd I do?
You had to do what? What did you have to do because you were
Oh
wrong?
yeah. I promised if we won, that I'd do the combined score of however many push-ups it was.
Mm-hmm.
Or how many points it was. I did it.
Hey, he held it up. So let's give him a round of applause, everybody.
No.
Yeah, let's go.
But I think because that's the only game I really, really focus on. I kind of had some other stuff going on. I did pay attention to some. I think it's kind of the first game I saw Ty Simpson kind of get rattled.
Mm-hmm.
He was overthrowing. He was missing easy passes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it happens. I mean, first half, he was 11 for 21, which is kind of a strange stat for Ty. It's usually like 4. But then again, I went back and watched. I don't know if South Carolina was throwing butter on them balls, because it wasn't just Ryan Williams, who's had now, I think, 10 drop passes on the year. It was Jeremy Bernard. It was Rico Scott. And I think it was even Brooks that had a drop pass. I mean, they were dropping it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they were doing to those footballs, but
there was one thing I did see, and like everybody thinks we're just going to be talking about Alabama just because they're out, like you know what I mean. But I have a lot of people that was the game that everybody watched. So talking about Alabama at this point, you might as well, seeing what you see from them. There's people that got them picked to go to the, national title, but lose. But, I saw a lot of good things out of them. Is one thing about Alabama is they actually play better in those time situations where everything's on the line. That's the best you see Alabama, and that's the most dangerous part about them. And people don't want to admit it, but I see it. But it's just something people need to look at. And clearly, people don't watch football enough, because they were talking about that last play of the game. It was rigged. Oh, the game's rigged. It's like, okay, guys, let's go ahead and clear this up real quick. There was 34 seconds on the clock, okay? They had time to win that game still. Anything can happen in 34 seconds, especially with the way Sellers was playing. They trusted them enough to get them downfield and do what they needed to do to at least tie it up. So
when I first watched it, and I saw Bernard run past him, the guy throws his hands up. At first, I was like, that's so weird. I was like, why would you let him score? I was like, maybe he thought he was running out of bounds or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then I think I was talking to my dad. I was like, hey, as I kind of started to think of it, but it helps to have someone else say what you're thinking. Mm-hmm. And it was like, I was like, okay, let's say he pushes him out of bounds. Alabama has about 36 seconds. 36 seconds on the clock. It's first and probably goal now. Mm-hmm. You run 3 plays, easily knock. I mean, I don't think South Carolina had no timeouts. Mm-hmm. So easy win. I mean, now Talty, he's like perfect from under 30. So I mean, that's like a 20-yard field goal. I mean, you're probably not going to miss that. So,
but leave it at Talty, make you salty.
Yeah, but so he lets him score. That's fine. Okay, now what had happened that did not go very well for South Carolina. Alabama squib kicks it. Ball bounces. The guy just doesn't field the ball correctly, messes up, comes out at like the 12-yard line. It's like, dude, what a hole to be in. They come out. Now, I like to remind people that he's like, well, there's no way he's through and go down the field. Alabama, what was it? It was, we turned the ball over. I think that was the same one that Ryan Williams missed that 4th and 12th catch.
Mm-hmm.
We turned the ball over. South Carolina does one play from the 50 or 45-yard line, and he throws it all the way downfield in one play for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me with 34 seconds, you run maybe 1 or 2 plays, you get a first down, maybe your second down, you're probably on the 50 or so. You got 15 seconds. You don't think that guy can throw that ball? I think he can throw that ball.
First of all, I'm telling you, since they've had Sellers back, they've been the South Carolina that started off this season. People can say what they want. When he got hurt against Vanderbilt, that was why Vanderbilt completely torched him. Is because the moment he got hurt, it was just boop, downhill. It's and now they got their guy back, and it just shows you how important he is to the team. So there's a lot of teams like that. If Pavia got hurt against Vanderbilt, on Vanderbilt, right? They would be done. I'm sorry. They wouldn't be the same team.
He's their playmaker.
Would not. He's the playmaker. He's what helps with all that and kind of gets everybody where they need to be. And that's what makes Pavia so good. That's what makes Sellers so good. It's they rely on that part. That's your leader that gets the ball to everybody. Now, sometimes, for instance, Alabama likes to do these little things where they give Bernard a direct snap as a quarterback. Pretend he's the quarterback. I don't know if people know this, but the man can throw. He just hasn't done it yet.
Hey, man, we got some wacky plays. We're giving a receiver to football. We're giving the big man to football. Now, South Carolina did do a good job at stopping Proctor. And even getting past him as when he was guarding. So that guy Barrett, he's pretty good.
They had their biggest dude that they had could actually, compete with him. And that was a smart thing on South Carolina's part. So let's just go ahead and put all that out there. And now, with a further ado, I was just going to let everybody know. I've showed some other people the photos of it and all that. So I'm going to get with my mom because she said there's a picture of how everybody knows AJ, the original Tater. Okay, this is all the stuff that I found in his room, going through all his stuff. And I asked my mom if I could put it on the show, so this is going to be in the background and stuff. But there are a few other things I would like you to see that I just thought were pretty nice. They're actually going to go up on the wall. So give me 1 second. So, number 1, the game that started it all, Texas against Alabama National Championship. And I'm going to hang these all up too. Okay, the LSU National Championship back from 2012. Okay, everybody's seen this. Notre Dame takedown. Clemson. So we got that. Only 2 more to go. Everyone remembers this. And I'm not trying to brag on Alabama or anything. I just certain things that AJ had that really meant a lot to me whenever I saw them. And these are actually still the actual magazines from it. They're just shoved in they're put in a picture frame.
Picture frame, yeah.
So I just thought everybody would like to see, or kind of show, I'd like to show a little bit of that. And one other thing that really, sticks with me about, AJ is this is a hat that was signed by Eddie Lacy from Alabama. One of the best running backs that I really think we had. But there again, there's players everywhere at multiple schools that, if I just got to meet a player from any school, it wouldn't matter. Like, I would love it because, it just, something about me when you meet someone who actually plays for a team, and even whether you go for them or not, I care about the players. Like, I don't care about what the fans say. I don't care about any of that. I care about what the, fans say. And I know I love Alabama, and y'all all know this, but I also have a lot of love and everything for the players of every team. So, and besides all the times I do say that people are overrated, that's not me being rude, that's just me being honest. Like, I don't want anyone to get me wrong. I'm sorry if it does come out wrong, but that's really all I have to say. And I really thank every single one of you for watching the show this year. And I'm thinking about doing it in the off season to kind of talk a little bit, and it might just be me on here during that time, just talking a little bit about what's going on in college football. But I kind of would like to see what y'all think about it, if y'all would be interested in it. I'm trying to expand, AJ's our dream of what he wanted and everything. So bear with me, and leave comments if you can and kind of give your input. It really helps out and motivates me and Cole over here to keep making videos. I was very iffy at the first part of the season, but I had a lot of people that were in my corner. They all know who I'm talking to. Mr. Jones especially. He knows exactly who I'm talking to. He's one of my motivators at what I do, and he's the only one that's been kind of driving me. But I also got Cole here. But with all that said, I'm finished. Cole, do you have anything else to say before I close out?
No, we let these people go on.
Yeah, I know. It's been like 32 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. But please like, subscribe, and like I said, leave a comment. Appreciate every single one of you, and see you in the next video, guys.